play action. Puts it on his hip, and it is caught. That's Dugans. .42 yards. Welcome to the game, Thad.
A good start for Thad Busby. He's an impressive quarterback, and I don't know how they keep getting quarterbacks here. They just keep coming to school here, even though there's some great ones on campus. Against Earl Little, number 4, Thad Busby with a good throw to Ron Dugans.
You know what?
And they wait their turn. That's the interesting thing about it.
He's not going to take out too many linebackers right on.
That's maturity. That's what that is. The alley-oop into the end zone. Touchdown! Ron Dugans, the sophomore.
He's 6'3" and 167 pounds, and he made a great play there, going up high over the defensive back to pull in the touchdown pass.
His first. And through the uprights. Scott Bentley puts it in, 47-14, Florida State.
Well, Kendra gets a little pumped up. He does a nice ball here, throws a nice touch pass. Watch the play at the end. Great leaping ability. Uses those long arms to reach over Alexander to make the grab. And you know this quarterback likes to do this as well. He can put his head down and run over people and put a nice little touch on the ball. Nice fade route for the touchdown.
Kendra plays with such authority for a red-shirted freshman, getting his first real chance this year. And he has that presence, Rob. He's got a presence about him.
Well, yeah, he electrifies the crowd when he comes in the ball game because of the way he carries himself and runs around out there, and he's all business out there. Has a lot of fun. He looks like a lineman out there. He's so big. People like watching him play.
Tough situation to be in if you're Bobby Bowden, right?
Yeah. But you know, the other thing is people have complained about Florida State scoring like this late in ball games, running up the score, so to speak. Bobby Bowden says, I try to get my guys some work. I can't tell them not to play hard. Well, that's true. You can't tell them not to play hard, but you don't have to tell them to throw touchdown passes either.
True. Yep. So the two quarterbacks have both been successful in this game. Kendra on the headset now.
Well, I think what Bobby Bowden wants to do is he wants to get Dan Kendra to the point where if he has to use them against Florida, he's comfortable and confident. Let's go.
Winky looking end zone, looking for Dugans, has him. Touchdown, Florida State! What a nifty move by Ron Dugans to beat Antoine Simmons. A 34-yard touchdown from Winky. And Florida State back in control.
Nice move by Dugans on the sideline, able to corral the pass and then get around Simmons and get into the end zone. Janikowski on for the point after attempt.
If the Florida State defense had not been as dominant as they have been today, you would have been a bit worried about a 13-point lead. But worry no longer. Winky connects.
Watch the nice move here by Dugans to get a little bit of separation and then just back into the end zone. Outfights Simmons for the ball. Simmons at 5'11". Dugans, as we've mentioned, at 6'3". Good footwork by Winky. Nice delivery, underthrown slightly intentionally to give the receiver time to come back for the ball close to the goal line.
So this USC team, which has been very good in fourth quarters, dating all the way back to last season, gives up the big touchdown reception caught a moment ago by Ron Dugans. They had allowed only 10 second-half points and just 3 in the fourth quarter in their past 4 games, dating back to their '97 meeting against UCLA. But victimized here a moment ago by Dugans on the touchdown reception. Here's another look at the reception. A 35-yard touchdown catch from Winky, our Nokia connection of the game.
Ron always plays in front of the home crowd. He grew up in Tallahassee, played at Florida A&M High right here in Tallahassee. Every time he sets foot on Campbell Stadium, he's got family and friends watching. Nice reception, backs into the end zone, converts the Florida State touchdown.
.702 remains now, and Florida State leading again by 20 points. Mike Goldberg, along with Keith Jones and Tom Block.
Guy is fast. 1st and 10 for Winky. And he throws it up for Dugans, who makes it a touchdown! Ron Dugans just went up and got it.
And again over on Alex Ardley, and they're going to have to make a decision on this young man. His head may be shot here a little bit. He is really getting beat. I watched Dugans just flat out jump him. Get the ball at its highest point. And that's exactly what Dugans does.
Janikowski trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 on the day. He does. 21-0. Florida State leading. It is a happy homecoming in Tallahassee. Florida State leading it 21-0.
80,000 plus, an old-fashioned defensive war. Two schools, a couple 100 miles apart. And here's Warwick again on the end around to throw it deep. Got him! Touchdown, Dugans! Florida State, 46 yards. Peter Warwick, a high school quarterback. He is now 2 of 3 throwing the ball this year for the Seminoles. Jeff Chaney's in the ballgame, number 24. He gives Peter Warwick a nice handoff. What a great pass. And what a way to come back from a penalty. The holding on Warwick, he doesn't let it bother him. He goes out, executes perfectly the strike to Dugans for the score. Janikowski, the chip shot. Junior Ron Dugans, wide open. And Warwick, the one-time high school quarterback, throws a strike. The Seminoles lead it. Timeout.
1st and 10. Steve Martin, Doc Walker, Mike Hogwood here in Jacksonville on a sunny October afternoon. Jefferson Pilot Sports brings you ACC football. Wenke on 1st and 10. Flare pass to Dugans. He pushes aside Jones and is on his way. Hamilton may be able to catch him. Stringer throws a block. He's going all the way. Touchdown. Ron Dugans. His first touchdown reception of the year. His 5th of his career. Jermaine Stringer with the big block downfield that kept Ronnie Hamilton off the play.
You have them just where you want them. You talk about fresh legs. And that's also just, you know, we talked about the aggressiveness. I applauded it, but you got to keep yourself in position. And then sometimes you just run up against the wrong guy at the wrong time.
Sebastian Janikowski is on for the point after. He hits it. Janikowski makes it 51-13. Florida State as the first unit strikes for the Seminoles. We'll be right back. That man, Ron Dugans, on the 5th touchdown pass of the day from Chris Wenke. Great block by Jermaine Stringer.
Looking to take the lead. Terps bring the heat. Wenke up top. Touchdown. Ron Dugans. Execution. He's perfect on that drive.
Yeah, and you know, Mike, fade routes have changed a little bit over the years. They used to be just jump balls. Now that was almost like a basketball play with Dugans kind of boxing him out. They'll stop, they'll underthrow a little bit, let the receiver turn, and just back into the defender and make the easy catch.
The All-American kicker, Sebastian Janikowski, powers through his 36th consecutive extra point without a miss on the touchdown from Winky to Dugans. Noles lead. Mike Golick, if you have a drive like that in practice, you feel pretty good. In a game, you have to feel great.
Well, absolutely. Dugans is their go-get guy. He'll get up and get the ball. You see him stop, and he'll back into the defender. Not a true fade like you've seen over the years. They've changed over time to take advantage of your receiver's strength. Dugans is, he goes up and he gets the ball.
Big play for Maryland, 3rd and goal. We keep saying that, but you want to stay within reasonable distance of this high-powered Seminole team. 5 in the pattern. Touchdown! Another senior on senior day. Ron Dugans. The 2 senior receivers, Warwick and Dugans, 1 touchdown each.
Well, there were 2 receivers to that side. They crossed. Rod Littles and Lewis Sanders from Maryland actually ran into each other and left Dugans wide open.
Janikowski on for the extra point. 1 touchdown for Dugans, 1 for Warwick in the 2nd quarter. It's the 2nd one of the day for Ron Dugans. Seminoles getting ready for the Gators. Hitting on all cylinders. Ron Dugans in this season when Chris Wenke has lost Lavernius Coles, kicked off the team in that Warwick incident, and losing Peter Warwick for a few games. It's been that man, the senior from right here in Tallahassee, who has been the constant and the consistent for Florida State.
3rd down and 3. Winky gun. Got Dugans, breaks free. They won't catch him, I don't believe. A defender with the angle, can't get there, too fast. Dugans, 63 yards on the quick strike. And Florida State goes back up by 2 touchdowns.
It's spread them out, find the matchup, play one-on-one football. The matchup this time was Dugans against a linebacker slash safety to the outside. Boom, Midget kicks go for it. You see number 40, Ben Taylor, come across. Midget gets beat inside. You see the safety linebacker can't get there for help. Mismatch.
Janikowski again. Against the team ranked number 1 in the NCAA in scoring defense, the Florida State Seminoles put 21 points on the board early in the 2nd quarter.
By the way, perfect throw. You talk about a strike right in there. Not bad coverage, but this linebacker, Ben Taylor, couldn't get there.
Mr. Vick, it is your turn. They bring in tight end Ryan Sprague and fullback Dan Kendra for some protection. They'll try to slip Minor out. They go end zone, touchdown Dugans.
Perfect call.
Ron Dugans, the senior from Tallahassee.
The young kids, they went after the young kids. I think it's a busted assignment. You're not supposed to break down when a running back goes in motion and switch off. The corner went out for the running back, and that produced the mismatch. Here's the running back. Look at the corner go out and switch, and then you got a mismatch inside. Running back goes, you should not switch. Look at that. 2 guys covering, 1 out here, no one covering the wide receiver.
To the roar of the crowd, the chant and the Noles' remarkable game breaker. Next. From New Orleans, Dodge presents Sugary Sweet, a Seminole celebration where the 4th quarter near the French Quarter belonged to Florida State.
High formation, dropping when he goes toward the end zone, caught, touchdown! Ron Dugans, touchdown f.s.u.
Leadership by example from Chris Wenke. Ron Dugans and the game's most valuable player in Peter Warwick sealing a national championship victory in the trio's final game together in garnet and gold. The Sugar Bowl's never seen an offensive explosion like this. How many touchdowns did you all say you were going to get before this started?
I mean, me and Dude talked about it every day. You know, I said I was going to score 3. He said he was going to score 2. I mean, we did what we had to do, and We're just happy to be here.
Chris, there was a time here in the first quarter, third down conversion situation here, you were able to hit run.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, we had watched enough film, we'd prepared long enough for this game, we just couldn't wait for it. I told Ronnie earlier before the game started that the biggest thing for us to have success tonight is for him to be able to get off a jam. I said, if you just run a simple slant route and you catch that thing, it's a touchdown. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, a couple of times. First the third down and then the home run. DB goes for the pick, tried to knock it down, and you were off and running.
Yes, you know, I told Wink that, you know, the guy couldn't stop me. And, you know, just like he said, he was saying that we got to get off that press, get off the jam, you know, and try to make something happen. I gave him a good stick. You know, Wink put the ball, you know, where it's supposed to be put. And, you know, I made something happen.
Peter, the Virginia Tech had run close to 20 plays, and you guys had run about 5 before the long pass for the first score of the game. What took place there?
I mean, it was just basically just a slanting goal, and, you know, the corner bit on it. And, you know, Wink put the ball where it had to be, and the offensive line stepped it up and made great plays tonight. And, you know, it's just a great honor to have those guys on my team and on my side. And, you know, everything that I did tonight, I just thank God for it.
The punt return, 59 yards.
Appreciate it.
Off and running. You were sitting, you were waiting on that, weren't you?
Yeah, you know, I was waiting on that, you know. Ron always tell me, Pete, man, get on the punt return. And, you know, I said, man, it's not my turn. You know, Coach said, Pete, go out there. So when I went out there, you know, I just thought about the things that, you know, that I needed to do to help this team win in any way possible. And I know if it was a return to punt, you know, that's what I do. And I did it, and, you know, I just thank God for it.
Gut check time of this championship came early in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no question about it. I think we came out flat in terms of the offensive side of the football in the second half. We had a 14-point lead and maybe got a little complacent. I wasn't firing strikes like I was maybe early on in the game. They did some different things on defense. But, again, we respond to adversity. This football team, there were a lot of question marks surrounding this team. Nobody thought we could go wire to wire. No one thought we could go 12-0. And enough of that garbage. And they talked all week about what they were going to do to us. We get to do all the talking now. We're 12-0. We're the best team in the country, and that was obvious tonight.
It was a wonderful moment there, too. The crowd was going, Peter Warrick. Peter Warrick, the Superdome, the record crowd here in the Superdome, cheering for Peter. What does that make you feel like now, Peter, after all you've been through here?
I mean, that made me feel good. And, you know, the play before that, you know, Coach had called a takeoff. And, you know, I went over there when, you know, the crowd was calling my name. And, you know, I asked the offensive line, hey, y'all want me to finish him? And, you know, they looked at me and said, finish him. And, you know, that's what I did. You know, I made a play and, you know, I finished.
Hey, Dukes, you're surrounded by some great talent here, huh?
Yeah, it feels good, you know, play around a great group of guys, you know, that I'm playing around. You know, I've been playing around these guys, you know, for a while now, and it feels good. So, you know, I just want to thank God for just putting me in the place I'm in right now.
Wire to wire, undefeated, never been done in the history of college football. Congratulations, MVP as well. You get an extra trophy. Huh?
Yeah, you know, it's just great. It's a great honor, you know, playing with Ron Dugans for 5 years. You know, he's a great player, and, you know, a lot of people don't respect him, but, you know, he get the respect that he deserves tonight.
He certainly did. 9, 80, and 16. Celebrate this one.
We're going to celebrate this one. I can promise you that.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
Bobby Bowden's crystal ball, a crowning jewel to a perfect season, and a moment with the man in his finest hour.
Second touchdown reception of the first half was Dugans on a great catch, but maybe a better throw by Winky.
Oh yeah, Winky, gosh, Winky did a good job. But Dugans, see, they were putting a lot of wherever Pete went, he got a lot of attention. So Dugans kept them honest on the other side. I'll be honest with you, we had a couple of those that would have had a couple more touchdowns, but we didn't see it.